the show. Merry Christmas. This should be coming out on Christmas
You're
night.
sliding down your chimney pretty soon, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
just what a great way to start off.
Bam!
Least Watch Show on the internet. I am
Just love me.
JDV.
I'm War Pig.
Okay, so we're going to talk about it's
Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. So, what is the best Christmas movie of all time?
All time.
Coming up next. So, Merry Christmas,
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Effer, and hopefully we had a good one. Hopefully you are having a good Christmas. Hopefully you got some good toys. Like you hopefully you'll get yourself a little something. You work hard, man.
Get yourself a treat, man.
Yeah, get yourself a little computer, man. Please.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
How fast a computer do you have to play Warcraft? So I was
Well,
thinking
I'm
about
getting
trying
it
to
done
jump
right
in.
now with a Ryzen 2600. It's not like
I think I have a 3600.
yeah, I'm not jamming with it at all. I mean, it's a decent computer. It was like it would have been hype about 3 years ago.
Well, how fast do you have to
No,
a computer do you need to
run
play
an
these?
i5 with a GTX 1050?
It's mostly
You can
just
run it.
reaction times. It's more about your upload speed.
Yeah,
Right?
well, you do want good animation, and you want the
Why?
ability. But because you want the ability to see what's happening.
Oh,
It is a visual game, because I'm here to tell you, the way the environment works, if you don't have a 360 view of what's happening, dude, there's enemies in every direction. And you don't know when you've been aggroed until you're getting hit. You're like, what? And there's 4 of them.
so it actually does. The game does reward you having a better computer.
It definitely does. I mean, it's not the full advantage, but it helps a lot, because you can really see what's coming and go, okay, I gotta move over here, I gotta go over here. There's a lot of tactical to it.
All right. Well, hopefully I can get into it because
It'd be great if you played.
Look, we've had a pretty nice winter up to now, but it's going to be a long, cold winter. And so I got these one-up
Dude, try to
arcade
forget
games,
all that.
which you can see my review of the Pac-Man 40th anniversary episode here.
Click
So
the link.
that's what I splurged on for my own self.
That's great.
I think, yeah. So hopefully you got something for yourself, or somebody in your family gave you something cool.
We'll see.
So sticking with the Christmas topic, depending on what when you watch this show, so I ask you, what is the best Christmas movie of all time to you? Go.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Fuck, you stole mine. It is.
It's a Wonderful Life, dude.
It is.
It is such a
It's like
good
it,
movie. And I know it's schmaltzy. I get it. All right, I get it.
Is
I
it
know.
really that small? I mean, you
Dude,
have the
every-
dude's about to commit
every
suicide in the film.
Fucking time, dude. I'm fucking shredded. I can't help it, dude. I'll just be.
By the end of
oh
that
my
movie,
God,
my wife
right?
comes in. Don't look at me right now.
I gotta go. Okay, I'm cool.
Don't
I'm
look
cool,
at
I'm
me.
Cool. I'm cool.
I
I'm
feel
cool,
shame.
right? I'm just fucking.
That's like the end of the
I'm
first
like-
Lord of the Rings movie. The
Right.
little hobbits are gonna be
Okay.
fine.
We're gonna be okay. Sam will take care of him. Sam will take care of him.
Yeah, if you don't sniffle at the end of Rocky, you're not a human.
Bro, you're not a human being, dude. Dude, when fucking Rocky 4, when Apollo Creed dies, you're like, ooh,
Yeah, no.
Apollo?
It dies.
He dies.
It dies.
He dies.
Yeah, that's it. We did not talk about it at
No,
all before the
we
show.
didn't.
God,
It
just
was
like
just-
the Lord of the Rings thing.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
Because it's
And so what? Because it's so. If
It's
you,
the only movie that has an impact. I mean, that big of an impact on
Yeah.
Christmas.
well, if you have kids and you're American, and you have a wife. I mean,
Yeah.
and you're a male, or the male person in the relationship
I
is
sho-
the.
I showed this movie to my daughter, right? By the end of the movie, she's like, "Why did you show this to me?"
It's a
Because it's so sad. But it just makes you're like so happy at the end. You're like, oh,
Well,
my
first
God.
of all, it's got insane photography. You have Frank Capra at his absolute
At his
best.
most
and he-
Frank Capra-ish.
And the legend. I mean, even his war movie documentaries are amazing
Yeah.
movies.
It's
You have Jimmy
Frank
Stewart
Capra.
in a performance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's schmaltzy, and yet super heavy duty. I mean,
it is.
he
You're
gets
like-
his ass beat, commits suicide. I mean, and yet there's a happy angel. I mean, there's
Yeah,
all of
Clarence.
this.
Oh my God.
It's sort of like the
Yeah.
ultimate Disney movie in a way because
on
it's,
Christmas, and the
On
Christmas
Christmas,
miracle
Christmas.
happens, and you're like, oh,
and unlike some other films that as we get further and further removed from them, that movie stands the test of time. And
it has that power, dude. It's
it does.
powerful.
It's an
powerful.
incredibly powerful film, all on its own right, and yet on Christmas, again, maybe not for everybody, but for me and for a long time, even before I had a family, I wanted to have a family. I want to have that sort of thing. And that's almost more devastating when you watch it at like 27 and you don't have that. It's
Right.
it's
Got
an
a house,
absolute,
family, you're like,
right, and you're in an empty apartment.
It's Christmas, baby.
It's like you're Scrooge or whatever. But it's more realistic than Scrooge because, yeah, there's an angel, but really it's a man's dilemma about his life.
Right. It's a single set of decisions as opposed to, we got to go through the whole gig here.
It's an amazing
really
movie.
is.
And
It just
so, obviously, we'll come up with four
Some
more
honorable
for our top
mentions,
five.
right.
But
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life is the best one. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that. It's just the only argument against it, I guess, is if you're not a man, if you're not a man
Yeah.
over the age of 25, maybe it doesn't have the same impact. But you just said your daughter, who was 17, 18, and a female, obviously, blew her up too. So
Yeah, it was devastating. So,
it's slow to get into.
just right. What you
It is very slow to get into, but if you
By the
can
time
hang
you're
in
into it,
there
right.
by the end of that movie, it's,
Well,
it's,
Jimmy Stewart is he's just so charming in the film.
it's just so good.
You just can't. You're happy to watch him. And Donna Reed. Donna Reed, dude. I mean, editor Donna Reed is.
It's a
that is
horrible
so
monster at the
terrifying,
door.
dude. That is right out of it, dude. If that came out of
Thanks,
it,
Snake.
it would have been way better. It's
All right, so if we just simply exclude that film,
yes, the honorable mentions.
Honorable
right?
mention.
Okay, so it's
what would yours be? Okay, so number two.
number two.
Mine like has to be.
All right, I got
for
number
me,
two.
but go
Number
ahead.
two is Christmas Vacation, the Chevy Chase film.
Ooh, good one. It's not my number two, but I can't.
That's
I sing the
because
song.
that really became a Christmas classic.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it is a total Christmas classic.
It
now
comes
where
on
they run.
CBC
Yeah.
as we film
I
this.
think they do marathons of it and
Yeah.
shit where they just run
Oh,
it all
yeah.
day, and it holds up because Vacation is a great movie by itself. It's very Caddyshacky.
It's got great. There's a great song that comes up. I don't want to miss.
Yeah, their theme song, right?
The theme song, right, is now a Christmas classic.
They
all
play
by
it on
itself.
WNIC
They play it all the time.
Jingle, 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 and ho, ho,
The whole
ho,
thing with
right?
the
Yeah,
lights,
great.
Plugging in
E.G.
and not
Marshall's
working.
in it,
The,
as
the,
it-
the
as the-
cat,
as
the
father-in-law,
tree, the
yeah.
sewer, the horrible
Fucking
Randy
Randy Quaid, dude. Sorry.
Come on.
Fucking cousin Eddie, man.
Oh,
Cheddar's
yeah,
full.
cousin.
I mean, how many times have you said that? Cheddar's full.
Snake
Ah,
is like the
shit.
Randy Quaid of our group.
Well, I would say demented Randy Quaid, but I said, how very dare you, sir.
That's not a denial.
He pulled a pistol.
So okay, I'm gonna say it obviously,
ahead.
but I'm not arguing it, and I wouldn't.
Right, I feel you. No, that's good. I knew that. I knew I would have left field you on that one.
It
So.
has to be Christmas Story, man. Bob Clark. That is a brilliant movie.
Christmas.
Darren
Story is
McGavin,
good,
Fragile.
That must be Italian. No, it's not. It had the chick from what's her name? Bonnie. No, what the hell's her name? She was in Slapshot. She's in Close Encounters. She plays the mom.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Dylan.
about? What?
Melissa Dillon or something.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on, man. Come on.
Belinda Dillon. That's her name. Belinda Dillon. Yeah. No, Belinda Dillon is great as Ralphie's mom.
God.
It's just fucking fantastic.
They're all great. Ralphie
They're-
is
they're-
great.
They're
Ralphie
all
is
great.
fantastic.
And just how pretty a movie it is.
Well,
I mean,
that was one of the things. Is
Beautiful
if you're
shot.
old enough, you can kind of remember that is how neighborhoods and houses look like. And when my father watches that film, he's like, "That is how it was," because
Right.
he's actually about the age
that
the
his old-
right
that
age.
Ralphie would have been.
Right. He's
yeah.
about Gene Shepard's age. And now it was shot in Indiana. We're from the Detroit area, and
It's the Midwest.
my family actually lives in Detroit. I mean, it's very, very Detroit.
Cleveland to the
Yeah,
Mississippi.
it is
It's
as
the
Midwest 40s and 50s, really up through the 60s as you could get, and it's just so good.
Yeah, it's
Just
very
that-
it's
because-
extremely well done.
I mean, yeah, anything that can
So
make
many-
memes.
The way they segment the film. I mean, the narrative is just
Scott Farkas. I swear his eyes were green.
He had yellow eyes. He had yellow
The tongue
eyes.
on
So-
the pole, the
God.
whole thing. They called the cops.
Right. Oh boy. Right. That's such a great bit. You're just like, oh my god.
I mean,
that's funny as
the
fuck. It's still
photography
funny.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
So Bob Clark, who did Porky's, somehow
And
got
children
this,
shouldn't play with dead things.
somehow gets this
Black
Christmas fantasy.
Yeah, his second Christmas film, right?
Yeah, that's
Black Christmas and then Christmas Story. You're like, oh, okay, I see what you're
So,
doing. Bob.
I mean, that's a pretty solid. Well, we have to give two more. Should one of them be? What's the one that is a serial killer in a Christmas movie? I don't think it's Black Christmas.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. 1 and 2, I watched the hell out of those movies.
Deadly Night.
Yeah, if you're a horror buff, like this is a horror sci-fi channel, right?
Oh,
I would actually have to put Silent Night 1 and 2.
that's pretty funny. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah, I think that was besides Black Christmas, which just not that many people saw. But Silent Night Deadly was the first of the '80s slasher movies to go holiday, right?
Right.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. And then
Isn't there like an axe? He's going down a chimney with an axe. It's got a great poster.
Yeah, it's like you can see Santa's arm over the chimney, and the axe is in his hand.
Right.
Like
It's a fantastic
fireman axe,
poster.
right?
Oh, yeah,
Totally.
put it up. And the kid in it is kind of a lunk or whatever. He's not a super actor or anything, but in the part, he works pretty good.
They remade Black Christmas.
They remade Black.
They remade
They
Black.
did-
They
they did
didn't
not do
remake
Silent-
Silent Night, Deadly
Silent
Night.
Night.
Right.
So,
They remade Black.
We got to get at
Christmas.
least one horror movie. And
Right.
between Black Christmas, if you're going to watch Bob,
Bob the Blob. Oh God, the
if you're going to
Blob.
watch a Bob Clark Christmas movie, watch Christmas
Watch
Story.
Christmas Story.
But if you're going to want a horror Christmas story, and it has 2 movies, so if you dig the first one, hey, you get to have another hour and a half of that.
Love the other one.
Yeah, I'd say Silent Night, Deadly Night. All right, so give us a number 5.
Okay, the number 5 is, I don't want to be too obvious, but you're going to have to go, and you can do a crossover here, which will surprise you.
No, we're not talking TV specials.
Right. No, we're talking Die Hard.
Movie. Oh, yeah. Well,
Right?
how can it not be?
1 and 2, honestly. But you can also go
watched
Die Hard, Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, see.
You see what I'm
We
saying?
were talking a little bit about that.
Sorry about that.
Not for this episode, but just in general.
They are Christmas films. They really are. Not only are they set in Christmas,
Doesn't
but
matter
Christmas
that they were released in June or
doesn't
July.
matter because Christmas factors into the film, and there's
Such a huge factor.
Yeah,
like
it's a
the
big
reason
element.
why there's nobody in the Nakatomi building is because it's Christmas.
No,
Or why they're all up at the well, there are people there, but the few people remaining are all up at the Christmas
right
party.
Oh, right with Alan Rickman in his first film. How's this Alan Rickman's first movie?
The
And
amount
how
of-
the fuck is Alan Rickman dead?
Oh,
How is Rickman dead?
oh, it sucks.
That sucks.
It does suck.
It sucks. Dude.
Now, Lethal Weapon is less of a Christmas movie because it is set at Christmas, but the
But it's
fact
in
that
Los
it is
Angeles.
well, no, but so is Die Hard.
It is Los
No,
Angeles.
the fact that it is Christmas really does not impact the plot in the way. No, it
No,
is a
it
direct
doesn't.
part.
That's
Come
true.
on
That's
out
true.
to the coast for Christmas.
For Christmas. That's why I'm here.
Right,
That's why
it's
the
a
party.
major
Right.
part of the plot.
It's coincidental
It's coincidental.
in Lethal
In
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
So that is definitely the lower. of
And
the
that's why I
action.
brought it in second. But it is a
But man, for pure Christmas wintry movie, you can't beat Die Hard 2. I love that
it is
terrible
very-
movie.
It is very
love
yeah. It is. It's fun and it is very
So
Christmassy.
fun.
It's like because it came out during Christmas, I believe, coming this Christmas.
Yeah.
Ching ching ching. Right? It was like Jingle Harder or something.
Right. Yeah. So right. So not only it's another argument against Die Hard 1 not being a Christmas movies. Well, that's not what the studio thought when
Right
they
when
made Die
they
Hard
released
2.
it at Christmas.
Bruce, were you there for Die Hard 2? Pretty sure you're like a Terminator in Die Hard 2.
And how,
you can't
man? Like,
die.
he just takes it all. Just the
Yeah,
baddest cop in
I
the universe.
love watching, just the way I love
John
watching.
McClane. That's a great name, by the way.
I love watching James Bond movies on Thanksgiving, and I do love those Die Hard movies.
so good action.
I do like the Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Right, it's a choice.
All right, so hope you've had a Merry Christmas. So that's our top 5 Christmas movies, and actually, I would stick on that pretty good. I mean,
good list.
I mean, I guess we cheated by having Die Hard 2.
What do you think?
in Lethal?
Comments below.
What do you think? Yeah, I actually love when you guys comment.
Please comment. I love it. I try to respond to every comment.
Sometimes I'm really tired or drunk when I respond, but
Like now.
we try to respond, and I love it. I mean, if there's something that you want us to do, let us know.
Please put a suggestion.
But
We'll take them
anyway,
all.
hopefully that there is peace on earth as between now and on Christmas Day when you're seeing this, hopefully, or sometime after. Love each other. Like, subscribe, share, and until next time on New Year's, something, New Year's Day, bye! We come in peace.
Go in pieces, asshole.
Yeah, what is the greatest Ivan Drago, non-Ivan Drago movie? What's his greatest
Dude,
movie?
you know what never comes up? Showdown Little Tokyo.
That's a good movie.
That is a good movie, dude.
Man, your penis is so huge.
No, he goes, can I say something? Yeah. You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. He goes, thanks.
He's carved out a very nice career for himself.
He's just crazy sweet. He's just like,
He's like a financial genius, apparently.
he's like some kind of physicist or some bullshit.
He's like a narwhal in a human.
Right. He is one of the Nephilim, dude. He's like one of the giant
crazy super monster.
Right.
Hey, man. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas, bro.
Be sure to visit EvilGeniusEntertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.